Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. I had to put on my Cruella lipstick by NARS because I had used Miss Cruella in my previous video about being selfish. So I love symbolism. All right. Here's the whole question. Ask an advanced bitch. Dear advanced bitch, could you talk about finding the line between self-love and selfish? So as I explained before, self-love and selfish are, in my opinion, two different things. One is how you feel about yourself. That's self-love, a regard for wait, we forgot fairy dust. Fairy dust for you, me, and Amelie before she heads out. You going? Okay. She's talking about being selfish and I don't want to hear it anymore. Where are you going? All right. So self-love is how you feel about yourself, whether you like yourself or not, whether you have high hopes for yourself or not, whether you regard yourself in a positive, loving way. And selfish means the opposite of generous. It's somebody who is, well, let's just read the definition. Lacking in consideration for others, concerned with one's own profit or pleasure. So we can love ourselves or not love ourselves, whether we're selfish or unselfish or whatever the fuck. So when we're thinking about selfish, am I selfish? And do I love myself too much? And is that making me selfish? Automatically an advanced bitch is like, oh, red flag, somebody's using the word selfish. So the word selfish is a red flag. So that's another handy thing to know about, but that we can know that they are separate entities. And I'm telling you here and now that you cannot love yourself too much. You cannot love yourself too much. You just can't do it. It's like saying you love your child too much, or I love my dog too much. Now, when I say love, that is an intense feeling of deep affection. That's all that is. And I don't, so I'm not talking about, let's say, I can't love my dog too much, so I buy her all the outfits and I don't buy my kids any outfits. That's not love, that's something else. I'm talking about just deep affection. We love what we love, and you cannot love yourself too much. It's really, really important. And if you want to love others the most that you possibly can, and if you mean that with all your heart, that that's what you want to do, that you want to love others more than, as much as you can humanly muster, then you have to start with yourself first, because you can't truly love other people unless you love yourself. So I want to love everybody in my life as much as possible because they deserve it. They deserve all the love. In order for me to give that kind of love, I need to love myself. And so I do. And I'm telling you, that stuff just keeps getting better and better. So once again, self-love is just how you feel about yourself, and you cannot, it is impossible to love yourself too much. Narcissus did not love himself too much. That was full-on ego. So there we go. A narcissist. That has nothing to do with love. Okay, you got me. All right. Dear advanced bitch, could you talk about finding the line between self-love and selfish? Check. We've already done it. Boom. Here we go. How often should we be putting our needs and desires before those of others? Are we selfish when we make choices that are best for us, regardless how they affect others? This is an amazing question, and I have a few thoughts. the thing that comes up for me is when we say how often should we be putting our needs and desires before others is twofold. Number one, trust your process. Trust your process, trust your relationship. If you are in a healthy relationship with whomever, then that relationship, if it's healthy, it's reciprocal. It is reciprocal, it's 100% reciprocal. All relationships are reciprocal. They are. And healthy relationships are reciprocal, and that means everybody takes turns. Everybody gets a turn, and we go back and forth. And one of the main, when I first realized this, learned this, came to deeply understand it, because part of me didn't like the news. Like, wait a minute, all relationships aren't reciprocal. Like, what about me being a mom? Like, I'm giving stuff to my kids, you know, that I don't need anything from them. And thinking the same thing about friends or people that in family, whatever. I don't feel like I need to receive from them. But then I had to think about it. And the fact is, I was receiving things all along. So if we're in a relationship with somebody, we're receiving things from them. We're receiving positive regard. We're receiving compliments. We're receiving time, thought, consideration. We're receiving things. And we're giving those things, time, thought, and consideration. But the thing that really hit home with me was when I was taking developmental psychology and learning about the mother-child bond with the baby. Here's my little baby, my Hermione wand. And so the mother and the baby. So you would think that of all relationships, this is not a reciprocal one. The mommy goes, "Oh, you sweet little baby, you sweet, sweet little baby, you're so cute." And the baby smiles, or the baby coos, or the baby snuggles, or the baby tries to, nurse on the breast, and the baby is, and for mothers, this is everything. I don't need anything else like this is. Oh my God, just thinking about that, just thinking about it. Oh my God, I'm running out of time already. Okay, let me wind this up. I'm gonna do another one. All relationships are reciprocal. So even a mommy talking to the little baby, the baby will coo, and that begins a relationship with the, the mother and the baby all along. And then that just continues with the child. So imagine, yell up to my kid to get ready for school. "Hey buddy, time to catch the bus." No words. Something's going on in this relationship. "Hey buddy, time to catch the bus." "Okay, mom, I'll be right down." Reciprocal. We are in a relationship where we each have our roles. I do my stuff that I'm supposed to do in the relationship, and he does his stuff that he's supposed to do in the relationship, and we take turns. Sometimes he's gonna make me a card. Sometimes he's gonna make me, he's gonna make me laugh for no reason. Sometimes he's gonna hang around with me even though I'm lame. That's a gift that he's giving me that I didn't ask for. But the relationship is reciprocal. So all relationships are reciprocal. Okay, I have a few more seconds. I learned this in social psychology, that even altruism has a reciprocity to it. All altruism, because if you do a good thing for somebody else, you get a good feeling, that's your payoff. Okay, love you, bye! To be continued.